Hello folks, and welcome to this edition of Carolina Outdoors. My name is Mike Wolf and I'll be your host for today's show, and boy are you in for a treat. We're out here on a southern duck hunt in the duck capital of South Carolina, Summerton, South Carolina, and we're here at Two Ponds Duck Club. And I'm here with my hunting buddies Tommy Sheely and Vince Pace. We've already had a little bit of action going on, but it's really just starting to heat up out here. We're really looking forward to a great day. Glad you're with us today. Stay tuned.
The Kubota dealers of the Carolinas are proud to present Carolina Outdoors, showcasing our passion for the outdoors for Earth for life.
Laid a hit on Tom. I was able to get it done. He's a big wide 8-point. Come on. 2 birds, 1 shot.
Carolina Outdoors with Alex Summer is next.
Lit.
There you go, Sally. There's one for you.
First duck on the water.
Better quit minute, 100%.
So Mike, ducks flying a little bit slow this morning, or what do you think?
Well, what's going on is we got a real overcast sky today, and the ducks are really starting to fly a little late. The sun is starting to come up, and we're starting to see a little bit more action. We just had one duck to come into the decoys, and we dropped him pretty good. So. Vince was able to drop one pretty quick. The rest of them got out of here.
I see it.
How far out are you looking to actually shoot at the duck?
We don't want to shoot anything more than 30 to 40 yards at the max. We shoot a steel shot, and it's hard to kill a bird any further than 40 yards with steel shot. So, you know, the objective is to get them into the decoys. When they come in and actually put their feet down right in front of you and shoot. That's the objective. It doesn't always work out that way, but so far the ducks we've killed have decoyed on us. We've got a nice spread of decoys out here we put out this morning. We put out probably about 4 dozen decoys, a mix of some ringnecks, butter ducks, gavel, and mallards right in front. The limit on mallards now is only two mallards. You can only have 1 hen in your bag of mallards. They changed that several years ago as the hatch on the Atlantic Flyway was deemed to be a little slight, so they dropped the limit on mallards several years ago from 4 to 2. And you're going to kill 1 hen, so you got to really be careful out here in low light to be able to distinguish whether it's a hen or a drake.
Whatever that was is diving.
Yeah, it might be a Sally was out there trying to chase that. Those are snow geese. We heard yesterday that there was a good many snow geese here in the area. So, you know, that just confirms it. We hadn't seen any yet this year down here, but that's a group of probably a dozen snow geese. It doesn't look like they're going to give us a chance here this morning. They're going to fly on by.
Now who's gonna claim that one?
That's Vince got that. The man on the end. Good shot, Vince.
Might hit the decoy.
And right to Chichester.
Folks, we just had one gadwall kind of skirt outside the decoys, but somebody else got him in another blind. But the action may pick up here shortly, so y'all stay tuned for some more Carolina Outdoors.
Good shot, Vince. The conditions today are perfect. We're here on the opening day of the second split of the South Carolina season. The temperature is about 45 degrees. We have a northeast wind of about 10 miles an hour. We got a little bit of movement in the decoys. The wind is coming from our right to our left, and if things work out like they're supposed to be, the ducks should be landed in the decoys coming in from our right here. So. We hope that they go cooperate.
This is a ring neck this last.
All right. We got a pintail right there.
Where at? Is it?
Yeah. This is a pintail whistle. It's different than your normal duck call that sounds like a mallard or the typical duck. So. Use a pintail that actually whistles, pintail call that actually kind of, that's the sound that a pintail makes. A pintail is really kind of a prized duck out on these impoundments. We have killed a handful or so far this year, but that's kind of a prized duck to be able to get in your bag on a day hunt out here at Two Ponds. So far, in the first season, we had a really good first season. The predominant ducks were green-winged teal, ringnecks, mallards, but we did kill a fair number of gadwall, teal, and widgeon. And a lot of times we'll find some shovelers mixed in, so you get a mixed bag. It's not unusual to, in your limit of ducks out here for 4 people to probably have about 8 or 9 different species of ducks. And, so it makes it really enjoyable. You get to see a lot of different wildlife.
What is the limit per person?
The limit per person is 6 ducks per person. You can only have 2 mallards, as we said earlier, 3 wood ducks, and then a mixture of some of the other ducks, like black ducks and you only can get 1 of those, 2 redheads, and so forth. So you pretty much have to look at a guide if you start killing a lot of different varieties, just to make sure that you are within the legal limits.
Well, Vince, what about that? Finally had one come by, didn't we?
Straight out front, right in front. 2 right here. This is a new brand of duck call called Quack Pipes, and it's made by a member of Two Ponds, Benji Pelosi. And we've had a lot of good success with this duck call here in South Carolina. He just started making these several years ago.
He's out of Lexington, right?
He's out of Lexington, and he sells them. You can find him on Facebook or Instagram under Quack Pipes, and it's a really good call. Make a good Christmas gift.
Try it out for me one time.
Yep. It's a good call. It sounds good. Don't have to blow it hard. Make them come in all the time.
We need to get some of them ducks to come in right now.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Here's a hen mallard that Vince just put down for us.
Shoot.
We finally had one coming in after you blew the quack pipe.
That's exactly right. He heard that quack pipe.
Come. Thank you. Sally. Thank you. Another ringneck. Okay. I thought it was too high. Good shot.
Mike, what is too high?
Too high is when you miss.
That's an awesome shot, man. Awesome shot.
Thank you.
Another hen. Good girl. Two hens. Another pretty hen. He's coming down.
We miss that teal right there. Teal about lane.
Green head's down here.
Look, coming right at us. Look, it just cupped in. A double.
We got some fast and furious action out here this morning. The ducks, been flying late. Got cloudy skies. We got a
You actually had to pick
pretty
and
day.
choose what
Had
you were
to
gonna
really
shoot.
pick our shots here. But they really all over us here for a while. We've been slow this morning, and then all of a sudden, here we go, and the ducks are all over us here. But we were able to pick up, 5 or 6.
I think you got 5 or 6 in the past
Yeah,
10 minutes.
yeah.
And it took us that many for an hour in the morning.
Right, we're about to finish our limit out here at Two Ponds. We've had a great day hunting here with Vince Pace, Tommy Shealy. Great duck hunt in South Carolina, early season, early December. Doesn't get much better than this. Thank you all for joining us here. We have a little break into action, so stay tuned for some more duck hunting action from Two Ponds Duck Club here on Carolina Outdoors. With me now is Vince Pace. He's the agribusiness manager for First Citizens Bank in South Carolina. Vince, thank you for joining us today on the duck hunt. We had a great time. We got some of the bounty behind us here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we actually killed here today?
Yeah, today we were fortunate enough to kill a widgeon. It's kind of a trophy duck for us here in the south is a widgeon. We also got a pintail here that unfortunately we didn't kill this one, but we're claiming it for now. And but we got a pintail, and then we got some mallards and some green-winged teal, maybe a couple of ringnecks that we got in the bag today. So we had a great hunt here at Two Ponds.
Very good. So your primary responsibility with the bank is agribusiness. So you stay in touch with the farmers in South Carolina and the agribusiness world. So kind of tell us a little bit about, the year is really getting over. The harvest is winding down. So tell us a little bit about how the agribusiness world was in South Carolina and the crops and that sort of thing in 2022.
Gotcha. I think for the most part, the crops were fairly good this year across the board, across our state, especially the eastern half of the state. There's some spots here and there, obviously, with South Carolina weather where we get some dry and hot spells that may have affected some corn yields in some certain areas, but for the most part, the crop yields are good. The challenge in 2022 has been the cost of inputs, and fertilizer costs have been through the roof this year. Diesel fuel, obviously, as folks know, that related to gas prices early in the year were extremely high. So that was certainly been a challenge this year for farmers to manage their expenses. Commodity prices have been higher, which has helped offset some of that. So across the board, I think it's going to be a fairly good year for the ag economy.
Very good. And the outlook for 2023?
2023 again is we're concerned about input costs again and where those are going to be at this coming year. Commodity prices have fell off somewhat here of late, but there's hope that after the first of the year in the spring and later in the winter that those prices will rebound some more and we'll get some higher prices to help offset some of those costs for farmers that are holding grain, holding their cotton for sale early in 2023.
Right. So tell us a little bit about the services that you offer at First Citizens Bank for the agribusiness community.
Yes, sir. Within our ag division, we obviously provide lines of credit for our farmers to operate their businesses. We finance equipment, finance real estate. We have a number of loggers and timber folks that are clients of our bank. But we take a lot of pride in not just being a bank for folks to park their deposits or for lending needs. We take a lot of pride in knowing our clients and understanding their business so that we can better understand their needs and better provide the services that they need us to provide to make their operations successful. Within our ag division, we have specific ag bankers that go out soliciting ag business that know our products, they know the business well. We have our own ag credit team that just focuses on ag and agribusiness clients. So that's a huge help to us when we get out and we're looking to bring in new clients or service our existing clientele. I think it's great for us the way that we handle it.
We have just finished a very successful duck hunt here at Two Ponds Duck Club here right outside of Summerton, South Carolina. And you can see the variety of ducks that we killed today. We had a great time. Dalton Hughes, I'm here with Dalton Hughes, who is the farm manager out here at Two Ponds. Dalton, thank you so much for the hospitality today. We had a wonderful time and we hope to be able to come back and do it again soon. But I wanted to ask you to get some insight on what it really takes to prepare these ponds and these impoundments for the ducks, because y'all do an outstanding job year in and year out.
Oh, it's so many different things. It's actually a full year process. Here we are up in the end of April, 1st of May. We plant corn all year, or that time of the year. We plant chufa. We plant all different types of millets, and we do occasionally throw some soybeans, do some soybeans here and there. A lot of people don't see the backside of all the work that gets put into it. Everybody just sees, let's wake up and go duck hunting.
Right.
So it is a pretty seasonal thing. It's all year on the farming and then the seasonal duck hunt.
Yeah.
We farming most of the time. We don't have no combines or nothing. Our harvest season is 2 months out the year,
Right.
November, December, and January,
Right.
So.
Right. Well, you actually start right when the season goes out, around the middle of February after some of the youth hunts. You have to actually drain the ponds to get them ready to plant. Is that right?
Yep. The last day of duck season, it starts. We start draining, and the work begins.
Mm-hmm.
Once the ponds is drained.
How many acres are you actually farming?
We're farming close to it's about 400 acres of farmland.
Right.
Corn, chufa,
Right.
and all different stuff.
Well, I notice you have some irrigation in some of the ponds, and you've also drilled some wells. Tell me about that.
We have several wells throughout the property. We have a couple center pivots. We use our main thing is rain reels. We have a bunch of rain reels that we pull, out and irrigate
Right.
with. So pretty much the same thing as a farmer.
Yeah. Thank you, Dalton, for joining us here today and give us the insight on what it takes to make this facility a world-class hunting preserve and facility here. As you see, we had a great time hunting today. I had my friends Vince Pace and Tommy Shealy with us, and the Cracker Jack dog, Sally. She did most of the hard work for us. So again, thank y'all for joining us here on Carolina Outdoors. We hope to see you next week.
Thanks for watching Carolina Outdoors, online 24/7 at scoutdoors.com. See you next week on Carolina Outdoors.